Within this nervous system, there are several different components. The two main elements in this central nervous system are the brain and the spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system is made up of all the motor and sensory neurons that are located around the body. They function to gather sensory information and to control the actions of our bodies.
Did you know that the most important part of your entire body is your central nervous system? Your central nervous system, also known as the master system, is made up of your brain and your spinal cord.
The nervous system is made up of two main parts, the central nervous system, CNS, and the peripheral nervous system, PNS. The central nervous system is made up of the brain, the spinal cord, and the brainstem. The peripheral nervous system is made up of the nerves which connect the CNS to other parts of the body.
It controls every single function in your entire body. In fact, your central nervous system is so important that it's the only body part that is totally encased in bone.
When you're taking a big maths test, you know that your brain is hard at work. But your brain is doing a lot more than just remembering formulas. The sweaty palms you get as the test starts, that's your brain at work. The relief you feel when you know an answer's right, that's your brain too. The brain is the boss of what is known as the nervous system, an extremely complex structure, and is made up of millions of neurons that have many different functions. It is, however, very well organized.
Starting at the top is your brain. And your brain is the central processing unit of your body, and it coordinates and computes all the electrical signals that are sent throughout your nervous system and your entire body.
Our bodies and brains have several different receptors that are all responsible for monitoring the state of our body and our surroundings. Some of these are chemoreceptors, which are responsible for taste and smell, photoreceptors, which are responsible for sensing light, and mechanoreceptors, which are hidden in different layers of your skin, responding only to physical force and pain.
So from your brain, electrical impulses or signals are sent down your spinal cord and travel all the way to the base of your spine. And branching off of your spinal cord are these fine thread-like structures called spinal nerves, and they exit between the vertebrae of the spinal column to supply all your muscles, cells, and organs. And from there, the electrical impulses are sent back up to the brain in a feedback loop.
The brain is made up of 4 different lobes that work together to create our personality and the way we react towards things. The 4 lobes are the temporal lobe, the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, and the occipital lobe. The temporal lobe, located at the bottom, helps us to interpret sounds and language we hear, as well as contain our feelings. The frontal lobe, as you can tell, located at the front, is where our thinking, memory, behavior, and movement is located. The parietal lobe, located at the top of the back of the brain, is where our senses and the cognitive side of us is located. The final lobe, the occipital lobe, located at the back, is focused on our vision. The brain also has a cerebellum located towards the back, which regulates our coordination and balance, and the brainstem, which continues downward towards the spinal cord, which regulates our breathing, heart rate, and temperature.
At every level in your spine, the exiting spinal nerves supply specific muscles and organs. For instance, starting from your lower back, these spinal nerves supply such structures as your legs, reproductive organs, bladder, kidneys, and colon. As we move up the spine to the upper back or thoracic spine, the exiting spinal nerves supply such organs as your liver, stomach, heart, and lungs. Moving up further to your neck, these nerves supply such structures as your eyes, ears, throat, and arms.
Considering all of this, the brain only weighs around 1.5 kilos. The spinal cord, on the other hand, is a long bundle of nerve tissue, about 18 inches long and 3/4 inch thick. It extends from the lower part of the brain down through the back. Along the way, various nerves branch out to the entire body. Together, these parts make up the peripheral nervous system. Some animals, like this honeybee, have different or modified versions of these receptors. The honeybee has a different kind of photoreceptor that allows them to see ultraviolet light. This means that when we see a yellow flower, the honeybee would be seeing something like this flower.